Okay, so we got the ferry coming in. This is Steve, also known as Powermarks. We got a big ferry coming in. Looks like a big one coming into Bremerton. Evening 6/16/2014. And this is a really quick video about a vessel that I looked at a little while back, a month or so ago. Saw lots of pictures, pretty cool vessel. It's a wood hull, which means it's not desirable. Nobody wants a wood hull. It's difficult to insure. It's difficult to find a marina for. Everybody thinks it costs a lot of money to maintain. It really doesn't. You just have to maintain it on a consistent basis. And I know a lot about wood hulls. I built my first wood hull 45 years ago. I've owned wood hulls. I've maintained them. They're not difficult. They last forever if you maintain them. And this is a 63-footer with twin screw diesels, and they've dropped the price from $54,000 down to $12,000. And this thing will go to Alaska, probably even without refueling. And what that means to the project is that for a very small number of people who get in on this, they're going to essentially be a shepherd of or sponsor of a really, really cool vessel that they'll have bump privileges. That means they're in first place, and if they say bye-bye, then whoever had a reservation for the vessel gets bumped, and they get the main stateroom. They get to be with their group, their team, mastermind, go fishing, go to an event, go to the 4th of July, go to Lake Washington or South Sound or up to the San Juan Islands with this vessel. And it's a big one, and it sleeps a bunch of people, and it doesn't use an awful lot of fuel, and we'll get it in the water for probably not much more than $1,000 more than they're asking for it. It will be paid for in cash, and it will start to make a bunch of money on the Sound really quickly, like within the first few days after we get it launched from Port Townsend. So it's a 63-foot Huckins, and it's very cool. It's very chic. It's old. It's a 1940. It has all kinds of cool stuff in it, and it's not going to cost very much to get it going, and a really small number of people are going to sneak in on this and be part of the shepherds of it. So they'll be on the plaque and be in a position of strength on the vessel. They'll get people who sign up in their organizations from it, even if they're on the other side of the world, it doesn't matter. And they'll get to use it if they're here in the Puget Sound, and it will benefit anybody in their organization that's remotely in anywhere in the Pacific Northwest or within traveling distance to the Puget Sound. They'll get a chance to use it because they're part of the organization of the person who helped fund it. So it's a really good opportunity, and we're going to grab it within the next couple of days, and a half a dozen to a dozen people are going to end up being the caretakers of this for a long time and know each other and benefit from being one of the 13 or whatever is the total number that end up being the, not owners, but the people who helped bring this vessel into the tribe. And I spoke to the owner today, and he's anxious to get it down the road and get it working, and he's excited about it. Going to work to help Puget Sound Partnership and the Puget Sound region's health, and do really important work for the West Coast ocean defenders that are going to benefit from this vessel as well. And it will help us raise money for other vessels. So it's a kind of a keystone. It's a pretty important asset, and it doesn't seem like very much money, but it's going to do some really, really heavy lifting for a very small amount of money. So I thought I would just make this quick video, and you can look at the pictures of it, and I think I have some deeper pictures, and I'll be going to see it in Port Townsend in a day or two, and we should have it operational really quickly.